Welcome back, everyone. Erus here. We're back in Starfield. We just got those bandits off our behinds last time, and now we're heading back to New Atlantis. I've actually already traveled here. All we got to do is go land. Press on with the main mission. This is not going to be an action-oriented one, probably. Be more talking, thing the sights, selling, looking at the city a little bit. We are in New Atlantis.
What? No Baron? Let me guess.
Service technician.
And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo. I would try to viewport. They'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Good. Good, man. Are you coming? There you go. Come on. I need stuff off of Glasgow.
Captain, Constellation carrying objects is one of my simplest and most useful protocols.
Yes, I know. There we go. I know I'm encumbered.
You will not be able to walk at full speed with your pack that full.
It does more damage. I don't want to keep that. I don't want that one. Don't want that. Don't want that. Get rid of that. There. Don't want to get rid of my deep mining one just yet. Packs. Yes, I know that has a boost on it. More energy, more thermal, down radiation, mass down. There.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility.
You see that sign?
I just don't know where everywhere you want to go. Where you go sell at.
Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Yes, I can talk to the scientist, but I'm not yet.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and...
Hi there. Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions...
See what you got for
please,
sale.
take a look.
First off, with a cap. Headphones. Now, yeah, that's nice. Anti-personnel. Space suits. Nothing different, really.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Yes, you're welcome. Now if I don't walk into the glass. Coffee. Let's push on with the main story. Last district. Ding.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
That can't be right.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
Alright. Playing around.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
You at? Not keeping up. There you go. Slowpoke, come on. I was going to the wrong place.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation.
I'm looking
They
around.
will be waiting for us inside.
See if there's anything around here. Probably not. I tried. Didn't do it last time. Figured I'd do it this time. Let's go into the lodge.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now. And
Where's
he hopes
keys?
you'll make this place your home.
Oh, ridiculous. You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? We appear to have a visitor.
Should have waited.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Start with telling me what Constellation is.
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we
Main
tend to
face.
have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett?
Who are you?
Sarah Morgan, chair of Constellation.
Don't like me
That
asking these
means
questions.
anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question.
Pirates attack
I
Barrett.
see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
How many times has this happened? Who else has had these visions?
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
There's bright lights and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Contract,
Pretty place.
you expect us to believe in fairy tales?
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Ask me politely. You're not gonna ask me politely? Well, fine. Nah, I might as well.
That's it.
There you
Just
go.
like the others.
Impolite people.
Imagine.
Demanding.
I thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Contract?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Can I move out of the little thing first? Guess not. I'm standing in the middle in the artifact. You want me in Constellation? What does it mean? What is
We're
expected?
all here because we're committed to exploring space.
Get the
Humanity
pretty
may have
stars.
settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll
Psychedelic.
be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
How much you know about the artifacts and what are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
I'm hallucinating. That's what it feels like. Alright.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Wow.
Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet.
What did
And
y'all
here,
give me?
I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? Hmm? You'll need it out in the
Can
field
look around a
anyway.
little bit.
Just
There's
mind your head.
Finally out of it. So, let's get to meet everybody.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts.
Curious
That
feeling,
doesn't sound crazy,
knowing that
does
you've
it?
seen something that no
Are
one
you
else has
doing
seen,
okay?
that you've
I'm
done
not sure
something
anyone
no one
really
else
asked
has.
yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing
You
that
need a
artifact
new hat.
here. I'm Matteo,
I like your
theological
hat.
scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
These artifacts all came out of caves.
Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Yeah. It don't surprise me. What do you make of the visions I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
It means something. I know it's important. I can feel it.
It has to be, right? All of this is connected. We just need to figure out how and why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
Nice talking to you.
Take care of yourself.
Walter.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be here.
By the way,
Could have been
in
rude.
addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is.
Need more skills,
I'm a
buddy.
fan of self-reliance,
Can't do nothing
so I
yet.
encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build.
Can't use
what
them
you
right
need.
now. This isn't where I expected to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me?
The wallet.
Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't
Give it
pretend to
all to
have
me.
the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What kind of company is Shrouded?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Well, since you own that, why don't you allow me to get all the ship parts and everything from your company free, since I'm kind of working for y'all? No, nothing.
Until next time.
Stingy.
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind if you answered
You've got your pen at the ready.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
No, I'm stuck.
Nonsense,
Well,
Walter.
no,
Your
don't.
sparkling
It just stopped me.
personality
Oh,
is
there
what
we
I
go.
value. The credits are just a bonus.
Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously.
Yeah.
Walter is quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Pretty place. It's pretty. Not my aesthetic, so. Too much wood. Well, my house got a lot of wood, but it's older wood. This looks too modern.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course.
Too modern for me.
Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Nope, I just didn't take a book. Look at this ship.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less.
Moby Dick.
I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us. So, I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Yeah, enjoy. Oh, that's for later. Storage. Alright, now. Caution wet floor. Shouldn't have been running. Sorry. I mean, whoever mopped. Sorry, did not mean to walk on your floor.
Guess it's been a while. Why?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it.
Seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Let me know if I can help
Well,
you learn
right
more.
now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of,
Yeah.
if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Organic stuff. Got it.
There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Wondering about the other types of exploration work besides the artifacts.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
The vision I saw, what do you think it was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
So this wasn't random snaps. Firing means something is a reason. So there's a reasonable explanation. Where I saw or heard it wasn't coming from me. So
There might be a reasonable explanation. I wasn't there. I didn't see what you saw. I'm just not in a position to say for sure. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
How long you been working on all
Well,
this?
Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Stay safe, okay?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am also given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space. It might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever...
Yeah. You on my crew.
I will proceed to my assigned post.
On the ship.
You mind if I ask you kind of a personal question, Walter?
Yes?
You sure spend a lot of time
So,
on Constellation.
are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
I am away from home quite a bit.
What is
I've
Constellation?
become rather cranky
What do
when I'm
you
not
do?
able to-
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Well known. How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could
Sound
fence
like
us
come
in
in.
a lot of ways.
Yeah, in the background. What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
UC
A
Vanguard.
volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Other people have artifacts.
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
Have to admit, I'm excited. My first
Felt
mission.
the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Got it. You and me until we get that artifact.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
It's a lot. We're meeting a lot of people, a lot of different
I hope
people.
you're still glad you joined
Interesting story.
Constellation, Noel.
Yes, ma'am, of course. I honestly can't imagine being anywhere else.
Just making sure. Bright young girl like you, there are no shortage of opportunities.
Okay, maybe not every single day is a dream come true. But the work we're involved in, the discoveries we're making, it's all worth it.
It is. So,
Hello, Captain.
hello. Don't forget, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Also give us a thumbs up, like it would greatly help us out. Everybody have a great and wonderful day. Goodbye.